Good afternoon guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So what we're going to do today is we're going to strip this rear wiper motor down. We're going to replace this spindle cover here what's cracked, and we're going to make sure that the spindles are not seized in the housing, because when this was on the car it was running quite slow, to be honest with you. So let's go ahead and get this stripped. First off, we need to disconnect this rod here with this 10mm nut. Just bear in mind the orientation of where it is, and then we'll remove the motor. Here we are. So that's the motor spindle released from the arm, and as you can see it seems pretty free on there. But what we're going to do, we're going to remove the spindle from the housing, and to do that is first of all we need to remove the nut there, and then the collar, and then the clip what sits around the top here, and then basically what happens is the spindle will come out. So let's go ahead and do that. So there we are, so that's the spindle out. So what we'll do now, we'll just clean the housing up, but first off we'll remove the motor, and then we'll clean the housing and clean the spindle up, re-lubricate it, and then put it all back together, guys. Okay, so first off what we need to do, we need to remove this connector here from the two pegs, as you can see there, and then if we just flick it over, you've got the three bolts here what we need to remove, and then if we remove those you'll see that the motor will come off. So we'll remove these bolts, so there we go guys, so that's the motor off. So what we're going to do now is just clean this housing up and clean this spindle area up and re-lubricate it, and then we'll get it all back together. So here we are guys, here's all the housing all cleaned down. So what we've done is we've lubricated the shaft, as you can see, same on the other side there, and we've fitted the clip on the top there as well. So that's all in place. So what we need to do now is fit the new one of these on. As you can see, it's cracked there. The reason they crack is because they get all load of corrosion underneath them and then spreads them out. So I've got a new one of these, which is 948318 part number, Volvo. So let's go ahead and get that on, and then there's the nut there to fit on as well. So there we go guys, that's the new cover on. As you can see, it locates onto a peg there, so that's will actually go through the windscreen, the rear window, through the rubber grommet. So now what we're going to do is put the new nut on. So here we are guys, so there's the nut on. So next thing we need to do is put the motor on. So it's just a case of remembering where the orientation is of the spindle before you tighten it up, but first off we'll put this motor into the housing, and then we'll connect the spindle. Okay guys, here's the wiper motor what's to go on the housing, and as you can see on my wiper motor, comparing it to this one, mine's actually got bolts in here, and the reason it's got bolts in here is because, as you can see, these are riveted, and what happens is the rivets break off and then it starts parting there like this one has. So because I've had to repair it like that, it means I've had to drill the actual casing as well for the bolt heads to sit into, because it doesn't sit flush. So it won't cause any problem at all to the casing. So basically the wiper motor will sit flush now, so it doesn't have to be spaced off like it was before. So let's go ahead and get that bolted on, and we'll see how it fits. Okay guys, that's the motor all bolted on. So as you can see, these are where I've had to drill the holes for the bolt heads to sit into. Like I say, it won't cause a problem with the housing, but it were a case of that, or try and get a good second-hand motor. But I find that repairing this motor will make it stronger, so I've gone down this route. So what I need to do now, guys, is fit the linkage onto the spindle, and then it should all be done. But let's go ahead and do that. Okay guys, there we go, that's the spindle all bolted up, and you can see the wiring connectors on as well. So there we go, so that's all redone with the new cup on there, and all the spindle all greased up nice. So yeah, so that's all done, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.